Hi friends, this is Chris with Josephine's Designs. I am back with our fall Bible journaling camp, kind of extra fun. So I'm going to scooch my goodies out of the way here. We are going to work on our listers, fall listers project. So anyways, I wanted to encourage you to do a couple of things. So you guys can work completely in your journal for camp. I am going to work in a fall journal that I had already prepped. And this is just for me. I'm also going to be doing in here. I'm also, did you like that? Anyways, I'll explain in a minute. But I've got a few pages that I pre-did and I did with y'all. And I am going to come back in and put pictures in here from our granddaughter's birthday. So I just got filmed today, so I'm super happy. I also, let me see, I just want to kind of skip several because yes, I'm a grandmother and yes, I take way too many pictures. Here is my stack of pre-cut items with some more additional pre-cuts, paper that I saved. And so I'm literally going to go to about halfway in here. Yeah. So I think I am going to start with these two pages. Now, you can go back and watch that video where I prepped this particular TN insert, or you can work completely from your page in the journal. Now, if you're going to be working from the page in your composition notebook journal that we're using in the camp, you could literally do all three on one page. So anyways, all right, so here's where I'm going to start. And I'm going to go here. I know, decisions. Sorry. I'm just trying to be sure that I do what I think I'm going to do. And I'm going to take this out and use this somewhere else because it's sideways. All right, guys, I think I am. Oh, this one turned out so cute. Maybe I should go in here and use this. So, guys, when you prep your pages and then you come back in with your lister's got a list, it is so nice. It's so easy. I think I'm going to start here and then we'll build off of that. Okay, now, just so I don't lose my spot, I had a little cup of paper clips. Oh, I probably put it in the other room. I did some big jumbo paper clips, but I think I will remember this. Okay, I'm going to set that to the side. And I'm going to show you some of the other tools I have. So, of course, I have all the extras that you saw me pull out of that TN that I saved when I prepped the pages. So I will put that here to the left. I'm also going to do something kind of different with an envelope. And I found these stickers in with my mason jars. And I thought, I'm never going to use them on the mason jars because I only use a certain sticker on all my mason jars. I know, I'm such a little snob, aren't I? But anyways, I thought I will just use some of these and we'll just have to do a couple of tests because some of these are already wrinkled from where my sweet youngest put them in a container that bent down. And so not a problem, but I'll do some tests on this. And I've got just a plain old return envelope that more than likely I'd throw away. And I thought, I'm going to use that. So I'm going to save that. I also picked up some of my Tim Holtz journaling. You can make these very easily. Different. I love this saying. I may or may not use it, but I thought these were really neat. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use that, but I might use it to layer. But I am going to use these, and I thought that would be fun. Okay, so I've got those. And I've got my notes. I've got some extra doodads and decorations and all that kind of fun stuff. So, and I have some washi that I pulled and just have ready on the side here. And yeah, so I thought we would just kind of get started with that. So I also have out of our kit 2 of the scrapbook pages that just printed oddly. And that goes with the other stuff. So never mind about that. But so I thought, I could cut these up and use these. I could punch these. I could, with my punches, I could do all kinds of stuff. So I saved that and yeah, that's it. So this goes over here and I'm not really sure why it was there, but it was. So yay. So I wouldn't lose it, I guess. But anyways, and I have my handy dandy trimmer. I've got my tape runner here and I've got my stapler, my mini stapler, all that kind of good stuff. So I think we're kind of ready. How about that? Okay, it's a miracle. I also have my corner rounder, not my favorite one, and I just have this punch as well. And I have my tab punch. So just, I've got it all. I mean, these are the things that are kind of almost staples on my table here. And then, yeah, I just keep them in a little basket to the right, and I've got them. So, all right, guys, well, let's get started. Now, my first list is the goals this season. So let's get started there and let's start getting our page prepped. So I'm going to put my notes to the side and hope they don't fall because you know how that works. And I am here with my journals. So I may or may not use these right now. We'll just have to see. So I think I kind of want to go ahead and start with this because this was something I had thought about. And I don't think, let me see. I might put that on there. Okay. Um, no, this is what I wanted to do. Pardon me. And then I will use those as my list. So goals this season, and I think I limited it to 5. So this I'm going to set to the side and save for another project here in my book. And let's see, and I have these 2 goodies here. I think I'm only going to focus on one side of the page. So for this listers, I'm going to go 1, 2, and then 3. And yeah, so let me show you what I'm thinking. So I'm going to start off playing with my paper. And I don't know why. I guess that was just miscut out of the kit, or out of the, oh, what am I trying to say? Out of the packaging. So, okay, I've got that one. I've got that one, which I don't like with that at all. I do kind of like that one. I kind of like that. And nope, I don't like that. So, okay, so I either have that one or this one. And I think I'm going to stick with what I originally thought. So I really like that. Okay, now you're probably wondering, why? Hang with me, okay? So what I think I'm going to do is just build off of this page. And all I did was I did a few pages and then I covered complete pages and then I cut some of the extras and just had them in here. And I think what I'm going to do is just kind of build it like that. And I don't want to cover this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that inside. And I may add something on top of that, but we'll see. It doesn't bother me that it says Our Daily Bread Ministries. Matter of fact, I love that it says that because it's one of the ministries that we have loved and supported all these years. So, and they have so encouraged us. But we do have washi we could play with, and we could, we put some color there. We'll see. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is start building my page. And because it is a rounded corner page, I am going to round my corners. And I know that this is more than what the pages here do, but I just fell in love with this particular corner yesterday. I had not used it once, and now I really like it. So, yeah, I like that. Okay, so I'm going to lay that there. I'm going to have this come over as far as I can within, an ability to still close my book. And then I am going to add that there. And it's so nice when you find pre-done items because it helps make everything go so quickly. So look in your stash, find those scraps that, oh, they didn't turn out the way I wanted them, but oh, maybe I can use them here, and it makes it kind of nice. Okay, so I know I'm going to do that. Let's go ahead. I'm committing to this one. So I'm going to go ahead and add, whoops, my tape runner. Oh, my tape runner. I tell you what, guys. So any of you who've seen the video today and you've gone to the website to find the Digi, we had a major issue. So if I haven't explained, my laptop was my dad's laptop, and I used it in the partnership and all those things. It had been used by somebody outside the family. It came back with some issues, but we were able to rig it and keep going. All of a sudden, my laptop is it's struggling. And I told my husband, I said, you're probably going to have to look at it, and or we're probably going to have to consider taking it somewhere, which, right now I really don't want to do. And anyways, and he was like, okay. And but to make a very, I'm going to pull these scraps out. If you wonder what I'm doing, I'm reaching over here to grab some scraps. I'm thinking about covering that. So long story short, my sweet little laptop that has been such a blessing has decided to be old and feeble and give me nonstop problems. So I have so appreciated it. I've needed it for the estate tremendously. And I've needed it for other things. Ooh, I really like that. I know it's kind of funky, but some days it's just fun to be funky, don't you think? Okay, I'm going to go with this side. Anyways, so all I'm going to do is match it up, tape it down, trim it off. That's it. But the first thing I do want to do is make sure that I don't go any deeper than I need to. So I'm just going to mark and trim. How's that? But anyway, so long story short, I found the digi that I used yesterday off of a gal's wonderful blog and website, and it gives her all the credit on it. And somehow, when I did my first list for the camp, it completely dumped it. Evidently, I had printed that digi and didn't realize that it was in that first run. So I don't know if you are even understanding. I wrote the whole camp and it dumped it, and I had to completely rewrite everything. So I didn't say anything because it was like, no problem. I mean, there's joy in the journey. God's teaching me something. It's all good. Well, we even have a backup where it will save your drafts. It will save everything. Well, it didn't save anything. It didn't save anything. Okay, this is the one. And I'm not going to lie. I was a little sad when it happened, but I wasn't like over the, moon distraught. And I just thought, it's okay. I know how I built it the first time. I'll just rebuild all the documents. And yes, it took a lot of time and a lot of effort, but it's okay. I mean, that's the joy of the journey. And I get to go through the scripture again, and, class is half full. So what happened was, that was a part of that initial portion that I had obviously printed and had in my stack. In my mind, I had that saved in my, I always save everything in a Word document. It wasn't there. I went to go get it after I'd already, because it was in my stack. So if it's in my stack, I usually check and double check everything before it goes in my stack before camp starts. Somehow, in the chaos of life, I missed it. So, oh no, it's too wide. How did I do that? And it's off. Oh, goodness. Anyways, I feel very off today, if you can't tell. So I thought, well, no problem. I have the gal's address. I'll just find it. I have spent the last literal 2.5 hours going through everything on her website, her extras, her blog, and I cannot find it. I have Googled it. So in the process, I found some other gorgeous digis for you guys. So I hope you're okay. I took you through a process, so I hope you'll see that it's, nothing major. That was a very basic, put a background down, put your scripture down, trim it the way you want, and go from there, and then just write. Because for the video today, and today is the next day, obviously, I wanted you guys to feel like, hey, this is all good. I'm not going to worry about that little lip that's not completely down, because this is what I'm going to do with it. And you're going to go, well, that was a lot of work for just a little bit, and I could have used the skinnier strip, and I could have, but I mean, I like it that way. I like to know it's all done, but anyway, so long story short, as I was going through the process of all of this and putting everything up on the website last night, I was just panicking. And I was working on that proposal last night till very late, because my husband didn't have time to look at it. He never saw it. So at 10 o'clock, or maybe right before 10, maybe 9 o'clock, I asked him, did you look at my proposal and did you check my numbers? And, and if not, could you? And so he was like, no, where is it? So I was telling him where it was, and you know how you do. But anyway, so long story short, everything, and then because we're not familiar with the phones are uploading differently. It was just kind of like, and then our daughter called and they wanted to switch their numbers, and it was 10:15 at night, and it was just kind of like squirrel, 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 squirrel. So anyways, long story short, I did find some more ditties for you guys. I'm hoping you're enjoying them. Um, don't worry that it's not the same. The scripture is what counts. And I just saw, after I was doing all that research, I saw there were some emails from y'all, and I will try to get those answered immediately. I got to get dinner done after I do this, and then I will be glad to look at, and I think that people need some things resent, and that's no problem. All right, so I've already built, isn't that cute? And then I can even write more goodies and put them inside, or, save something that has to do with that list, etc. So let me take that off so it's not so busy. Okay, now let me see. So this particular list for Lister's Got a List is goals this season. Now, there is a lot of times that I just handwrite my titles, but I think I at least want to put them on something and mount them. So I pulled all of these out. I'm not sure that there's not something in here, so let's look through this. But back to the other, I did give you several choices. You can also Google and look up that scripture and find one that you like. And I'm totally good with that. So, but I just wanted to let you know why they were different. It wasn't what we thought. And, so, whoops, there goes something that fell up. I caught it. That is a miracle. Okay. All right. And this, I think, is a Vicky Booten ephemera kit, but I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is. I think it's Vicky Booten, and I think it's Travel Explorer or something like that. Anyways, it's just one that I had open over here on the side. I love Vicky Booten stuff. I've enjoyed her for a long time. And yeah. So, all right. There's a soda. Goals this season. Okay. I do like the shoes. They don't quite match though. Okay. And I like that soda because it brings out the orange over here. So I think I'm going to keep that. All right. So that's all done. But anyway, so that got done. And I just wanted to explain what happened. And my apologies. Then the other thing that has bothered me tremendously since we've gotten this camera, besides the angles and everything else, is it is very odd how it works. When I upload videos, because I even got an email from somebody saying, why is it that it uploads X, Y before Z? And, what it does is I'll push to upload everything at one time. And then it takes forever. I mean, it takes hours sometimes. And of course, I can't go anywhere with my phone because, number one, I don't want it to die. Number two, I don't want to be without cell service because we live in the country. And anyway, so long story short, I have been trying to upload and not have it go wonky on me. And I'm not very skilled at that. So what it's doing is it will upload the smallest file first. And you're going, well, then upload that one last. And I do. I will upload it like 20 to 30 minutes later and it will still boost. So then I started uploading and having it load at like, hours later. And then I could control how it would come out. Anyway, we just had a series of what in the world is going on? And again, I just want to take it back to, I think we're just going through a lot of spiritual warfare for this camp. Please just be in prayer. I'm learning so many new things right now. We're still having things within our family we're trying to work out. And so I'm only going to list 5 things. And I'm going to put my little soda there somehow. And again, these are just stickers off of, and I think what I'm going to do is maybe I'll just use one of these as my title, but I do want to see how we write. I mean, what would be the best to write with. So I have this one that is definitely bent. So let's see. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I love that. I think I am going to go ahead and write with this one. The next one, I'll use letters. So I think what I'm going to do is, this one is goals this season. So I think I would like to do something like that, but that doesn't look good. So hold on. I'm trying to decide. I think I may mount this on some scrapbook paper, and then hopefully it'll pop, so it'll pop, right? I hear all those like, is that too? No, that's too small. I just hear all those, like obnoxious, oh, we just want to make it pop, So I'm just going to use this same paper, and I'm going to trim that out, and I will use that, and that will be my, hopefully it'll make it kind of, and I'm going to write on it, and then I'm going to pop it up. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. Sorry. But anyway, so long story short, we are learning so much. And I said before this camp started, everybody please be in prayer, because last camp, the spiritual warfare was heavy. This camp, wow. Wow. And there was a lot going on personally the last camp, the spring, summer. But I think for us right now, I think we all just kind of have to keep remembering that coming to this camp together, we need to be in prayer for each other. We need to be encouraging each other. We need to be, I think that's good. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. There's just a lot of things going on, and things I can't talk about, you can't talk about, but we know that we're all kind of going through different things, right? You know what? Does that fit? No. I was going to say, wouldn't that be neat to double layer it? But anyways, I guess you have to think of that before you stick the sticker down. Anyways, but, is that? No, it's wrong color green, I think. Okay. All right, we'll stay with what we have. The way this is working out, it's just, it is just what it is right now. It is just a season. It is just a time in our lives. And I appreciate all that God's doing and teaching us. But wow, isn't it? Some days it's just really rough. You just think, can I do this again? I'm going to go ahead and round this. Can we do this anymore? And yes, we can. And we know that when Satan's trying to stop something, God has a plan. And so please don't get bogged down in but I didn't get that, did you? Please just recognize right now that, I literally, while I was looking in the last 2.5 hours, had my system literally crash. At least 4 or 5 times. I was just like, this has gotten ridiculous. This really needs to go in. And I'm going to see if I can't get my youngest to run something that will kind of help clean it up. But in the meantime, I don't want you guys to think I'm not trying to keep my word. I am. So, okay, here we go. So let's talk about this really quickly. So the goals this season. So I'm just going to write that out really quickly. And if you want to, you could literally take this sheet of paper. You know what? Do I have my spare in here? I have a spare one of these. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. And you can cut it. You can print an extra one and just cut the page. Does that make sense? And then you can just use the list. Yes, sir. I've got a spare. I've got an error and a spare. Here we go. All right. So, see, that's how frustrated I was, because I didn't even have a spare to scan back in of that particular one. I mean, I went through everything. So, anyways, but it's just been a good reminder that when God is working somewhere in something, Satan just wants to trip it up. That's his job. That's what he wants to do. So, I mean, it's okay. And I hope you guys are okay with that. I worked so long and so hard to put these together, and I love doing it. And for those of you who don't know, I used to write curriculum for a school district, and I loved writing curriculum. I mean, I really did. It was one of my favorite things. It was because there wasn't anything, if that makes any sense. Where I taught in special ed, there was nothing. I got whatever was left over in the supply closet. So, as you can imagine, I learned very quickly how to write curriculum. And I was so thankful for that opportunity because later when I homeschooled our children, and I tutored, yes, I had a lot of resources. Yes, there was a lot of things I had built. But I also, look at that. Isn't that cute? Seriously, why reinvent the wheel? And now, let me see if that's going to fit. It almost fits. Let me take off 17 and the checkbox. And it will fit. Here we go. Goals this season. Oh, now I just wish I'd put it on sticky paper. How's that for lazy? But anyway, so long story short, just enjoy the journey that you're on. It may or may not work out. Either things that we want, things that we'd like to, things that we plan, things that we prepare for, and then there's always something that's just there. So, and part of this is a sue because I'm not great with my computer, but my focus is usually not on the technology. I kind of rely upon backup for that within my family. And of course, we're, head deep, long in a semester. I think that's pretty straight. Okay. And I think I'm going to go sideways anyway, so it won't matter. So here's a trick, guys. Whenever you're working on your layouts, just turn things sideways. If you're just like, oh, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. Don't let it stop you. Just turn it sideways. It totally works. I was going to put some pop dots, and I think they're in the other room. Hold on just one second. Don't leave me. I'll be right back. Okay. Oh, goodness. No, they're in my beloved society kit at the bottom of this stack. Hold on, guys. Let me see if I have any other that I had set out. Nope, but I know I can get some out of the drawer here. All right, I have a drawer of nothing but adhesives, and it is bulging right now. Well, I've got everything there. Yay, praise God. Oh, thank you, Lord. Right there. We will take it. All right, here we go. From the good old Dollar Tree. Nothing fancy. Keeping it simple. Okay. Trying not to hit the camera. Anyway, so long story short, don't let things get you down. Just keep trying the best you can. And that's how I feel about all of this. This is just a journey here on this earth. And some of the things as we go through all of this, COVID and everything else, we have just got to focus on what it is that God can do in our lives. And Satan really loves to throw a wrench in everything, as you well know. And so we have to keep our mind on things above and not on the things of this earth because he wants to trip us up. And that's so true. So anyways, and then, but I got 3-4 digits up that, and again, you can Google them yourselves. I love that. Isn't that cute? Goals this season, treat yourself. Okay, I do not do that. I'm really bad. Now, I've lately, which I've never drunk sodas for, oh golly, since 2004 or 5, I quit drinking soda. And recently during COVID, my husband started buying these grocery store, like off-brand, like they call it Dr. B. And so I'll let myself have, one every now and then. And, and I drink, of course, the live kombuchas that are made. They're from Austin. And they have like a doctor version, which is like Dr. Pepper, or hold on one second, let me move my table back so I can get my list. And they just have all these different things. And so it's kind of given me a taste for it. They have a cola one, they have a ginger one. But anyway, so, and during this time of COVID, there's some things that we've had. Okay, so goals for the season, and I have my list. So let me pull that out. And let's start working from it. So my goals this season, first is Fall Bible Journaling Camp. So I'm going to write number 1. I'm just going to put Fall Bible Journaling Camp 2020. And that was a big goal this season. of course, because I love being here with you guys. I'm also in the process of setting up um, new um, new class. So I think I'm going to put class and business. And I know that looks funny, but I'm okay with it because I know what I mean. So if you don't know, I have to get busy and go to work now. And so I'm super excited. I'll have an announcement coming out very soon. There is going to be a turn of the year class that is it's a private class. It will last, I believe right now, the way I have written it, it's going to last for the 12 months of 2021. It's, there's going to be resources. There's going to be a huge package that comes with it of supplies for the class. Yes, we are building supplies again. And then there will be at least 25 private class sessions. So I know, and you're thinking, well, you stink at technology. How are you going to do this? Actually, what we found out is that my daughter doesn't stink. And so she's going to be doing a lot of it on the technology side. Okay. Goals this season. Okay. So right now, I'm also focused on my Christmas. So getting Christmas ready. And that means cards and gifts. And if none of you know, which I think you all do, we lost my parents less than 3 years ago. They passed away less than 5 months apart, and I've been so busy. Like right now, I spent working late on their partnership and their practice and their estate and all these things. And so, which we're starting to get to the almost end of all those. The goal is to get the partnership closed out into December with only a tax return left. And we're just, please pray with us. Please pray with us. We have one account. If we can close that account, it would be fantastic. Anyways, and which these guys are way late anyway, so we got to get them closed out. But long story short, I mean, what am I going to do when I grow up? That's been the question. And I've known in my heart what I wanted to do. And I just decided it's time. It's time. Um, what I've done here on YouTube, there's been a level of distraction throughout the whole process, but it's been this time of me working through where God's called my heart. Is it in stamping, or is it in, we used to have a spinning, weaving, and sewing store. Is it in, where has he called me? And I taught scrapbooking for, I don't know, 20 some odd years. Well, more than that, since 93, 92. So anyways, long story short, so as we go through these things, it's like, how do I want to do it? What do we want to do, God? What should we do? Lord, where do you want me? Here am I, send me. And so I'm really excited about this new venture. That's all I'm going to go into. There will be a video about it, but please be in prayer with us because this is such a big step for me. I mean, this is so big. So anyways, all right. Now, the next thing is I have got some Christmas decor that I want to make sure that I get done. And yeah. So, and when you go back up here to our Christmas gifts, I have a few things I still have to make. We're doing a very homemade Christmas. And when I was saying about my parents, I haven't sent cards out for over 3 years. Yes, I know. I even bought them last year and was going to send out a Happy New Year card, and COVID hit. So, because I was going to send it when we got back from our anniversary, and then we were going in and out, taking care of the baby. I was going back and forth. And then all of a sudden I was like, it's okay. I can still send them out before spring break. I can still send them out. And I got sick. So, that just took care of it. That was all. That was it. So anyways, but long story short, there's just some things that I've thought a lot about, and this is, I want to I have the Christmas card from last year. I'm going to put in, I just got it today, a card that I'll be making, and then a Christmas letter explaining what's happened, and then the card for my parents. I know, and it's so hard because I made a thank you card, and I'm giving some to my siblings and all of that. Hold on one sec. And anyways, long story short, it's all good. It's all good. I think it's going to be great. I'm not going to worry about it. But our Christmas cards, I have to make them. I've got to write the letter. I'm going to put new pictures this year of everybody a year later because last year's was just a collage thing from um, Walgreen, and I think on it was these were the pictures from the baby shower, and then I had a picture of the newborn baby, and then this year, of course, we'll have the New Year baby, the 1-year-old baby, and then everybody else. And I bought everybody Christian Charlie Brown Christmas shirts, and so, anyways, nobody's got me those pictures yet. I gotta bug them. We haven't done ours, but so every family will have their picture, and then I'll put that on the sheet, and I'll fill in around it. And I did this years ago when I was teaching scrapbooking for all those years. So, anyways, they're super fun. They're super easy. It's just a fun way to send pictures and update everybody, and it doesn't cost you much. So, anyways, okay. And then the last thing, my handwriting is terrible, as you guys well know. Goals this season are I've selected my newest book and devotional and my newest Bible study. So